The 1900s was a period of great change as colonialism was rampant throughout the world. A victim of this was the region encompassing the Amazon River, which is the focus of Embrace of the Serpent. The film follows a split narrative, showing us two time periods, both in which Karamakate, an Amazonian shaman, travels with a foreign explorer seeking a plant named Yakruna. The plant, in this case fictional, is sacred for the Amazonian people, as it is used for contacting their deities or medicinally. The travelers in both time periods are seeking the plant for personal motivations. Theo is a German seeking it as a cure for his disease. Traveling the Amazon in 1909, he is joined by a man named Manduka, a local who he'd saved from a plantation and then taught German. In the other time period, Evan is an American searching for it in the 1940s, claiming himself to simply be a botanist with an interest in the rare plant. The truth is, ultimately, that he's there attempting to secure a rubber supply for the war front. There are many common elements between the two explorers, as both come from similar Western backgrounds. They both come to the Amazon set in their views of the world. However, it is only in the 40s that Karamakate is able to change the explorer's perception. Once Theo's journey begins, Karamakate has palpable apprehension towards him and his attitude towards nature. A clear example of this being further into the film as they depart after a night at a tribe. Theo's statements of the Amazonian methods for navigating needing to be preserved by withholding the technology of a compass from them. Karamakate rebukes this, saying, Theo and Karamakate express opposing yet similar stances. Theo feels as if leaving the compass behind would corrupt the tribe's connection with the world around them. Meanwhile, Karamakate feels that it is not for Theo to dictate who is or is not allowed to know of something. In effect, one argues for the preservation of knowledge through selectivity, meanwhile the other argues that knowledge is universal and thus preserves itself. The Amazonian attitude towards knowledge is that it is something present in all things. Every element of nature has something to teach and provide, and thus should be treated with respect and reverence. The contrast this creates with the travelers is discussed by Isaac de Man as they write, "While for Theo and Evan, the river seems to be nothing more than a water stream on which one can navigate, for Karamakate, it is the divine force which has its own life and its own way of communication. Humankind has to listen to the river and treat it with respect in order to be in harmony with the river. To treat it disrespectfully is to mistreat not only the divine force but also the Amazon people in general." The film, then, portrays Theo and Evan with a degree of ignorance towards the region they so boisterously traverse. And while Theo may bring knowledge with him that the natives don't possess, he is no more privy to the workings of the world than those he looks down upon. Leaping ahead to the conclusion of the film allows us to see Karamakate's personal development in regards to this contrast of knowledge. As with Theo, we've seen him resign to this difference of perspectives. However, with Evan he makes an attempt to change his perception of the world, despite Evan's repeated lies to him. Rebecca Marcas highlights the undercurrent implication of decision from Karamakate. The uncomfortable realization of a mutually dependent relationship between the colonizer and the colonized. Moreover, it forces viewers to sit with an uncomfortable idea. Although those who commit harm may not deserve healing, their healing and atonement can nonetheless occur in tandem with the healing of those whom they have harmed. Marcus illustrates nicely how Karamakate's change in approach allows both himself and Evan to heal. Evan's connection with nature is now deepened, and Karamakate has been able to reconnect with the practices he thought he'd lost.